Sum, difference, products, and quotients of functions. What this is saying is that we're going to take two functions and combine them using these methods, these operations. And I got capital F and capital G. That's just the name of the function, F and G, and it could be lowercase. But let's start with sum first. Let's take the sum of F plus G. So you may see the notation of F plus G, and it's of X. They're not giving you no X value, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my F function and I'm going to add it to my G function. And what I notice is that whenever I'm adding these two together, they don't have no like terms. So my answer is literally going to be X minus 4 plus the square root of X plus 5. And that would be my answer. And I could switch the order and say G of X, G plus F of X, and that would have put the square root of X plus 5 in front of X minus 4. So it's just make sure in your read which one is listed first in this order pair here. You know, it's F plus G. And again, I used uppercase. I could have used lowercase, but you kind of get the point here. What if I said let X be some value? So what if I said F plus G? Let's say X is 20. Let's say that. Then that means when I add these two together, everywhere as I see X, I'm going to plug in the 20. Now we have to be careful because this is an even root, and if that was a negative 20, this would not be a rational answer. I mean, we wouldn't get an answer. So we're going to plug in 20 and 20. So 20 minus 4 we know is what, 16? And plus 20 plus 5 is 25. Well, that works out nice and pretty. So now we got what, 16 plus the square root of 25 is 5. So 16 plus 5 is 21. And that would be our answer. This is our answer when we didn't know what the value of X was, and this was the answer when I said the value of X is 20. So now let's do the difference. Difference just means subtract. So I'm going to take, and let's just switch the order out. Let's say G minus F, all of X. And I should be keeping my notation the same. And I apologize, it's not looking the same. So it should be, if I'm going to use a capital G, I should use a capital G here as well. Let's get that taken care of. Let's make that look like a capital G. Whoops. Okay. So you kind of see where I'm going with that. So I said G minus F. That means the G function comes first. And then I'm going to subtract my F function. Well, I'm going to put F function in parentheses again because that minus sign is going to change everything. Right inside there when I distribute it. I have to distribute this negative sign to everything inside here. So what happens? I end up with the square root of X plus 5 minus X plus 4. And that would be my answer for G minus F. And we could switch the order and said F minus G, and that means we would have listed it first, the F first, and subtracted the G. So now let's do the products. The product says that we're going to multiply. So let's do F first again. F times G of X. So my F function is x minus 4. My g function is the square root of x plus 5. So now I'm going to multiply. That means I got to distribute the the x to the square root and the negative 4 to the square root. So that gives me x square root of x plus 5 minus 4 square root of x. Y'all notice I didn't put anything inside this root. You can't do that if the other part was not in a root as well, the same root, same type of root. So this is my answer. If I gave you a value for x, we'd plug it in and solve as well afterwards, okay? Some people like to solve the value of x here before you start multiplying. You could do that. Just watch your math. Now, let's do the division. So let's go to g first as well. Let's say we want to know g divides f of x. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get my pencil back. Gotta rewrite my f where it's nicer looking. Okay. So my g function is the root again. So it goes on top. All divided by x minus 4, and we can't reduce, and there's nothing else we can do to it, so that would be my answer, and that would be the end of it. So this is the sum, the difference, and the product and quotient of equations, of functions. So make sure that you understand how to apply those rules, and then if you're given a value for x, to plug in and solve for it as well. Thank you.